Yeah.
The U.S. was trying to ban Russian software.
Yes.
What if
I
they
also
get rid
saw
of
that.
Tarkov?
I also saw that Putin is trying to create his own game console. So perhaps these two things are related.
Wait,
No, I
is
hope
that
not.
second part
Tarkov
serious? Because I
console.
didn't see
It's
it.
100% serious. They're doing the Bliat 360 or whatever the fuck. I'm not even joking around. I mean, the name I'm joking around, but Putin's like, we need to compete with the Xbox and the PlayStation. We need a Russian gaming console.
Why would they want to compete there?
Yeah,
They
do
want
they
to
ha-
be
do they
everywhere,
have one?
Woody. They're a first world nation. They're equal to the United States
They
and the
should
China's
compete
and
in
the
like
Great Britain's and the
agriculture
Germanys.
productivity or something, not gaming
Yeah.
consoles.
No, it's gonna be like Stalin, where he's like, yeah, everyone's gonna have a camera, and then he's just gonna work half the country to death trying to make fucking cameras,
Yeah,
and then no one's gonna get any. They're just gonna sell them all.
it's gonna be like. Have you ever read about Mao and the sparrows?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's one of the most baffling things I've ever read about in history, where he's just like, these birds cause problem, kill all of them.
Well,
And like
wasn't they cause
not
problems?
one. Well, yeah, they were ruining the crops, and then they realized that you kill all the birds, and then the insects really ruin the crops.
Yeah.
But think about like no one being able to be like, we should really bring up the whole insect world to him at some point.
See, the
And they're like,
problem there,
I'm not fucking doing it.
When
so
was
the problem
that?
there isn't the idea. The problem is
Right,
the complete control that fascist communist government had, and that they could enact that plan over the entire nation of China. You know what I mean? If it was some smaller branched up government like here, you'd be like, oh my God, what did Nebraska do? Well, the rest of us will never make that mistake. But instead, it's every peasant everywhere is getting a rifle to
I think
shoot
it's 'cause they
sparrows.
Is it feasible that in the 1940s they just didn't, like, nobody knew what the consequences of killing sparrows would be?
No, there's no way you
surely
go
they
40s and
did. They
advanced
have to know.
agriculture
Well,
without.
if I made it
knowing
1840s,
that.
you'd probably all agree
Well,
with
I
me.
promise
just
you
don't
the
know where that
Chinese
line
didn't.
is.
That's all I can say for sure, Woody. The Chinese didn't know.
And the people,
Mao-
anyone who did was keeping it to themselves, I bet.
The emperor
That's my
has no
thing.
clothes.
I want to know, like, did a lot of people know that this was really dumb and just couldn't speak up, or was it just not widely known?
I don't know. That's pretty
80
common
years
in
ago?
like Asian cultures. They say that like the Japanese the main reason Japan lost against America so hard towards the end was because that their commanders just couldn't say, "Hey man, we're getting our asses kicked," because they were just too afraid and like too honorable or whatever. And they were like, "Yeah, no, we're definitely winning," even as they're getting marched on fucking Okinawa. They're like, "Yeah, no, we're kicking their asses." So
Yeah, that makes sense.
not helpful.
But also, like any mass farmer at the time would have known, like, oh, you kill all the birds, like that's going to cause these aphids or whatever the fuck to crop up.
I don't know that they had mass farmers. I think they had peasants doing the farming. I know there was instances, I'm thinking probably Soviet times, where they just come up with these plans and treating populations like they were, I don't know, tools in a shed or machinery, where like, no, we need more farmers. All of you people are now farmers. And then you'd send a bunch of people who'd never farmed before to be fucking farmers. I'm not sure that there were those gigantic, what we do is crazy. Our huge farms that are just these, as far as the eye can see over the horizon type corn and wheat farms. I imagine them being peasants on a few acres. But what he did was he handed out rifles to everyone and said, shoot the birds.
And I think they got money. Like you could turn them in and get a Chinese dollar.
I know they did it
were
with
working on
wolf
at the
ears
time.
back in the day. And also, people's
breed
heads.
birds.
That would, I guarantee there was a dude breeding birds. It's like, oh, I find loophole.
I think that happened with snakes in America. I'm not sure.
RuPaul?
It did happen with snakes.
A
yes.
RuPaul.
You've heard that?
Yeah.
And, and then then they said, fuck this shit. We're not going to pay you for breeding snakes. And the breeder said, well, then, if these are worth nothing, freedom. and so now there's like tens of thousands of snakes. So you get this interesting study in economics and ecology and just humanity being shitty. And I guess, capitalism as well. It's pretty fun.
You told me
Is
about that
That
snake
sounds
shit.
less
right?
insane to me. Is it because it's my country? Would the Chinese think the sparrow thing wasn't completely stupid because it's theirs?
No,
I mean, they
like
don't do it
tens
anymore.
of millions of people died. They knew it
Yeah.
was dumb. Yeah.
It's pretty
Well, I
bad.
mean, there's pros and cons.
Like
It's just like the one. It's the one with the.
like Mao
the
has like a
prize
Gretzky-esque record compared to like Stalin and Hitler. Like
I
one of
think him
those
and
like
Stalin
not
are
even
Mao's
close.
insane.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is he that far ahead of Stalin? Because I felt like Stalin took out like 10 mil as well.
Pol
Stalin
Pot
took
was
out a
pretty
ton,
insane.
but like
Pol
I think
Pot was
Mao
pretty
is,
good.
like, I think Mao dwarfs everyone.
Where does Genghis Khan rank?
Probably way
OG
No,
fucking platinum. Goated with
he
the
wasn't
sauce
that bad.
champion.
There
He
weren't
wasn't
that
that
many
bad.
people back then.
Getting various
Yeah.
answers here.
They killed the dogs
No.
and cats.
No, he had rules where you could like continue to live in your own culture and like self-govern and stuff as long as you paid taxes and dues to the Khan.
And he
I
would
believe.
remove monarchies and put in meritocracies, and like
Yeah.
a lot of people
I-
benefited under Genghis Khan's domination.
Yeah, I mean, the wars that he fought were bloody, but I believe that most of what happened after, like, his ruling class wasn't as bad. So,
Bloody if you fought back. If you just said, "Welcome, dear conqueror," I for one welcome our Genghis Khan. Then you might be a new local leader.
Yeah,
I don't know
think
about
it was
that guy. I don't like him.
You're talking about my great grandfather.
Mine too. No, I didn't actually. No, I. Honestly,
I think he made
want
everyone a
to
little bit
dislike
Asian.
him. I want to dislike him right now for the point of discussion. But like the horseback archers is such a cool vibe. Like just
It is.
that's neat. Like running around shooting